You know, it's like we've
Yeah, but
seen this,
the only
we've seen
good
this. We're
game is
gonna
the
take
second
that,
one.
and put it into this. It's like okay,
Yeah, but
even
the
though
only good game is Silent Hill 2.
I like Silent Hill One, I never get to finish playing that because I remember playing the demos. And it's like I remember going through the school and getting
Yeah,
spooked,
but
and that was
that's
in the
nothing to
first
do with the
game.
second one at all. Like,
No, none of them do because every event is is based off each character's personality. That's the thing with Silent
sure.
Hill. Yeah, yeah. So you know Pyramid Head. He's the
Yeah,
creation
he's
of.
in.
He's in two,
Hmm.
but the reason he's in that is because he's what's that character's name? I forgot the character.
James Sunderland.
What's the hey
James Sunderland.
Sunderland? Yeah, so it's based off his because each Big Fear was based off each main character's paranoia or whatever it was. Because Silent Hill manipulated Tor from their personalities.
That's not even his name though. The Pyramid Head. It's Red something.
And
Red Pyramid. That's it. Red Pyramid thing. That's his name.
Red Pyramid thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want the first game to be remade because I'd love to play the first game again.
They're not doing that though.
It's sad that they just don't acknowledge Silent Hill 1. It's like, they keep going, oh, it's like Silent Hill 2 is good. Yeah, if you gave Silent Hill 1 a chance, like redid Silent Hill 1, of course it'd be fucking
Well, it's
amazing.
by fan feedback. Everyone loves two more.
But that's what I'm saying. But no one knows because of the accessibility of it. If you, it's like it's like common knowledge with anything. It's like, oh, we're gonna only allow this to be 10 people, but we're gonna have 100,000 people play this. What do you think's gonna get more feedback? The game that had 100,000 touches, you know.
Yeah, many people have played the first one. Like
Yeah,
hundreds of thousands of people played it.
but there's also a lot that haven't. Like I've always want to go back and play Silent Hill 1, and it's hard to get because of how limited it is now. And it's like I would like them to
You,
do a basic
you get it
remake of it.
from eBay and play it.
Yeah, how much money you want to pay for that? You want to pay the $1,000 for it?
Oh, 1,000, so like maybe 100.
It's not cheap. Fuck.
Be able to look. Silent Hill.
That one's maybe 54. 249 from bloody cash converters. 250.
350, 180, 169,
250.
140. That's $70 there.
It's like it's just fucked. It's just
That's cheap.
Silent Hill 1. Just do it. Just do it.
You can get the disc there for 33.
Just do it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. It's just weird that I know it's like, oh, okay, Silent Hill 2's good, yeah, but what about the fucking first game? It just pisses
Silent
me
Hill
off.
got rated the best horror game ever. I'm like, damn. Because I never really played the second one. I played the first one.
Mm. I got the second one on the fucking HD thing. I got that, but I keep forgetting like
That runs
one.
like ass on the Xbox. They did the shitty version of
There's no
that.
fog or anything. Like the fog's piss
That's
poor, and you
why
can see
they
everything.
took it
And
out and yep. You
you
got to
can
play
see
the
everything.
PS2 version to really get. You got to play the PS3 version to get the best version
It's
still,
so dodgy.
or the GameCube version,
But like
or
they could have
whatever.
even when they did that. Like why couldn't they have done the first game with that? Like why couldn't they just done the trilogy? Like 1, 2, and 3. Like
Because
1, 2,
one
and
just isn't as good.
like they could have just like just chucked it on there so people could play it. Like
No,
give it.
it's not as good.
It just does my head in.
It got a 4 out of 10. That original game. That's fucking shit.
Like I really want to just play the first game again. I really do. That
That's what
really
you call
scared my.
nostalgia goggles. Hey,
That friggin' scared me playing the demo. Just run through that hot school.
a hot school.
The school with all the monsters and shit creeping around the
Oh, I
school.
didn't play the demo. I did watch my auntie play the game back in the day when I was little. There was a creepy piano part where you gotta play the piano to do something. And fucking creepy as shit.
But yeah, it's supposed to be all manipulation by each character. So each character is meant to be the impact of what they see, twisted stuff like that.
I'm pretty sure Sunderland or someone was in more than one.
That's why certain characters appear back again because it's based off his.
I'm just trying to figure
But
out.
I didn't actually watch the trailer for the movie though. I only went through the games
Hey,
and then I found out afterwards that there was like a movie that they were doing and I was like, oh, okay.
I watched the event, man.
But it was just funny because everyone going, "Oh my god, Konami leaked Silent Hill. Konami leaked Silent Hill." It's like, how do they leak? How does Konami leak Silent Hill at a event that they had?
Yeah, that's weird.
Like,
People leaked beforehand.
I
Like,
can understand things leaking before the event, but then the event come on and they're like, Konami leaked Silent Hill coming like at their event. It's like that's the point of the event. You have an event, you show things off. You're not leaking. Like, what is wrong with people nowadays on the internet? What is wrong with people? Like, they're fucking dumb. Like, I don't get it anymore. Like,
yeah,
I don't get how they think. Like, this new age of like gamers and their process thought and everything they do is just fucked. Like,
and because I was on Twitter and I keep seeing how because the Activision Blizzard thing's still dragging on,
hmm,
they're like, "Oh, Sony got Silent Hill as exclusive." I'm like, "It's only for a year. Get over it."
yeah.
You can't compare a whole publisher getting like permanent games to one little deal.
Yeah, because sometimes that's exactly it's like you got publishers, but sometimes some titles, not all titles, are stuck to a.
Sony's funding this Silent Hill too. Like they put funding beneath it. Like
Yeah, so of course they're gonna get exclusivity. Like they put the money
yeah,
behind
like
it. Oh, but then they'll be like, "Oh, they're gatekeeping it from Game Pass. It's Game Pass. Fuck off." That is.
no, but the thing was, I remember it's done by Bloober Team who done the
I know.
Medium.
Oh,
The
I know.
Medium was a year exclusive to Xbox. Where's the hypocrisy there? Like
I know. But it's really doing me in. I'm really getting tired now of people talking about Game Pass. Like all these deals and this and Sony's trying to gatekeep like the Call of Duty thing I sent to you. It's like Sony's trying to
you know
gatekeep
what it is.
Call of Duty from being on Game
Sony can throw
Pass.
money around. It's the public. It's the developers and that who make the deal.
Yeah,
Like,
it's up to them. It's
so they
not
go,
up
oh
to.
yeah, or they go to PlayStation and say blah 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 blah, and they'll accept or something. Like
Oh, it's just fucking. It's getting to the point now.
most don't want to do Game Pass. Like it's been
Like,
out there. Like
yeah,
most don't want to do it. Some don't want to do it. Like, and now they're talking about the Series S. They want canned. Like they don't want to develop for it.
yeah. There's a lot of
Like
feedback I'm
that
hearing
makes sense.
from people now with Series S that they're just tired of how it runs and stuff, and they don't want to like.
Developers
It's
are
struggling.
trying
And
to get around doing it.
everyone's complaining about how last gen was holding things back, and now we've got next gen or current gen now, and then we've got the Series S holding back. It's like that's supposed
Because
to be next
Xbox
gen.
One held back the last one. They got the Series S doing this one.
Yeah, and they were trying to say, "Oh, Series S is next gen. It's the new gen." And it's like, and now it's holding back like Series X and everything. Like,
Oh, like
no
the
shit.
thing I sent you, the Series S
Oh,
is next gen. Like no, I mean
it came
the
out in
One
the
X
next
is still
generation.
better.
Like it came out in the next generation because it's a series, so that's a generation. It's not a one. But again, it's just like you're fucked. Like if you can have things on the Series S, you can have things on the One X. Like
Yeah.
you're not doing anything fancy. Like all the stuff they've
I
done with
mean,
like the stuff they've
it
done with
is a
Gotham
better
Knights.
A CPU on that, but like you can hit 4K 30 or
But like
60 on a
all the
One X.
things like for example some of these games like Gotham Knights because there's mixed reviews but everything everyone's been talking about with the resolution, the frames, everything they've done, they literally could have released that game on last gen. 100%. There's nothing they're doing that's
That
like
would have run worse than 30 frames on last gen though, because it runs at 30. Well, I
questionable.
think it's 4K or something though. But
Not
like,
even that. Not
there's
even
no
that people are
performance
saying.
option.
Like it's so basic. Like the game's so basic and they've just fucked it up. Like and this
There
and
is
it's
ray
only on,
tracing and stuff though, which you can't do on the last gen.
yeah, but like you don't have to have that in. That's easy just to flick of a button to
You
turn it on
can't
and off.
you can't turn it off. I don't think.
Yeah. That stuff you can turn if you it's all built on
Yeah,
PC and you can turn that stuff on and off on PC. So when
yeah,
you
that's
distribute, you
that's
can turn it on
PC,
and
not
off.
console.
It's the same difference. Like you can still take that
Mm-mm.
off from a copy and then have that version for that. That's still a thing you can do.
No, but I'm just saying you can't do it on console though. You can't
No,
toggle
you can't.
off
No,
and
you
on.
can't choose to toggle. But if you can have a game where you like on PC, if you can toggle settings on and off on PC, you can make that version turned off and then distribute onto a disc and then push it out. Like that's what you can do. That's how games are made, basically. So that's simple terms. That's how games are done. They're always on and off. Like PC always has.
It all
the
depends if
versions.
they want to put in the time to do it though.
That's exactly it. That just depends
Which
if they want to
they didn't.
manufacture it. Turn off the settings, boom, here you go. But they've gone basically with this game that's going, oh, we've got ray tracing for what? For a game that is still being so held back. Like, it's I don't know. It's very weird. It's interesting how
Considering they said it because of co-op, I'm like,
what's that got to do with anything? Like, Like, it makes no sense. Like, all these
There's
excuses they're
two
trying to do with some
different
of these.
games being rendered. There's not the one thing rendering two people. I mean, it is, but it isn't.
Mm,
Like, there's
but
two
like,
different things
but why they're making it seem
in the one
difficult when
place.
it's next gen? When we've seen how games have been. Look at the games we've had. Where we've had co-op games
Look at Saints.
consistent.
Look at Saints Row. That's the same thing, pretty much.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, why are they trying to complain? Like, oh, it's going to struggle running co-op. It's like, but we've worked with co-op games. Nothing's changed. You've just got new engines that look prettier. So how are you having trouble to run games? Like, it's still games. Like, the engine's still doing nicer things. You're making things look nicer and easier. That's the only thing that's changed now with gaming and making games. Is things
It
look
is
nicer
more
and easier.
demanding.
And it's just, I don't know. It's a bit whack. It's a bit.
Games are more demanding compared to last gen.
Yes and no. It's hard to explain. It's one of those weird things. It's tricky. Well, not
It's not
tricky.
just porting shit.
No. It's not like that. It's you're built like things are got to be compatible. It's again like you can't put a VHS into your Blu-ray player.
Oh, boy, you're saying you say you can put Ratchet and Clank on last gen? No,
If you
you
load,
can't.
if it's
No, you
well
need the SSD to do the whole
with the engine it's
time travel
built
shit.
in. Yeah. I say with the engine it's built in because it's got those mechanics in that engine. Of course you wouldn't be able to do that because the mechanics in that engine. That engine isn't built for old gen, so then you couldn't put that in. But most of these games have got stuff in the engines that have not changed in the last 10 years. They've just upped the
I don't
ante.
even think this Gotham Knights one has changed since that Arkham Origins game.
That's what I'm saying. They could
Like,
literally have
there was
had
a
that.
comparison between Arkham Knight and this. Arkham Knight from 7 years ago looks way fucking better.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. There's like things like that. You could literally have ported it and put it on like again like Slime Rancher. Like it's exactly perfectly fine. We've said this
You
before.
can't play it on the one.
You can't play it on the one, but you can stream it to the one.
That's
But yet the game is
hilarious.
only 2 gig or whatever it is,
That's fucked.
and it would play perfectly fine on it anyway. But yet they've gatekeeped it to next gen only. Like
It looks
it's
just
the
like the
same kind of
first
logic.
one.
Like it makes
There's
no
nothing
sense.
new that I've seen with it
Like
that
these
the
games
first one
aren't
couldn't do.
massively compressed either. So like even if you were to, there'll still be large games that we've already currently had on the ones and PS4s. So like you're not like I can understand maybe if there was a game that would be extremely massive, then it couldn't handle it. So it's like
Oh,
three
God of
times, four
War.
times the size. That I could understand. Yeah, exactly.
That's 118 gig on PS4.
Like that I can understand because then you've got things that do get bigger, which does take up more SSD and more hard processing because you've got bigger worlds, you've got more spawn rendering, constant rendering, not not what's it called? When you
Distance.
distance, yeah,
LOD.
distance rendering, yeah, and it's like that. It's like games like that. That's why they could handle it because they needed that to load to buffer. But then these games have got more, so that I can understand. But when you've got games that don't have that on next gen or new or current gen, that's still doing what last gen did. Then why are you gatekeeping them for next? Like it's getting weird whether it's because literally games that could 100%.
They don't need to drop the last gen though. They need to drop it completely.
And that's what I mean. Like they're very picky. They're
And the
like,
Series S.
and that's what I mean. So that's what I'm getting at. There's games where they go, oh, we'll still do this on this, but then there's the games that shouldn't be on last gen will be on last gen,
Or
and
they
then
have
the
to
games
make a
that should
separate
be
version
that
for the
shouldn't. And it's
Series S.
yeah, like it's just a whole mess. Like they're just going, we want that on this or not. We're gonna gatekeep that. We're gonna allow that. It's like, what are you doing? Like it makes no sense. It's all whim wham all over the place. Like what? It's mind-boggling. Like a game, especially like okay, yeah, I don't have next gen, and it's not because I want to play Gotham Knights. Because like I would, if I had the money, I would literally buy a Series X to play Gotham Knights, the kind of
I
thing.
would
Like
play on PC.
PC, I'll mostly buy it for PC anyway because I can. But that's the thing. Like it's just weird to gatekeep a game like that didn't really seem like it was pushing.
Even then, it runs like shit on PC. So
Yeah, it's
it
having
runs
problems.
worse on PC. You have to play on like medium or low to get a good fucking frame rate. Like, what
But
have they
it's
done to
just,
that game? Like,
it's just weird. It's just weird what they've done.
that's why because God of War Ragnarok that got 4 modes. I think because you got your 4K 30 or 40 if you're on a 120 hertz.
Yeah.
Then you've got
God.
your 60 hertz, your performance, and then you've got a 120 mode.
My camera work. Oh god.
What the fuck? You just disappeared.
Oh my camera.
And then you've also got something
There
else.
we go.
Fuck, I can't remember what it was. There was the 30 FPS, 40, the 60, the 120.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a way better game than Gotham Knights and that.
Yeah. Like
And they got
I
all
know.
that. Like even Plague Requiem was only 30 FPS
Mm. Mm.
on console. On PC, you
It's
can get up to 170.
it's just one of those weird things. Like I said, it's just I don't know what's
That's good.
going on. Like it's got like I've said with most things, you can't pick and choose. If you're gonna commit, commit. And like you say, like if they're gonna do these games now, they literally just need to cut off the head, be like, no last gen.
Is that a cross
Or
gen game, that Plague Tale?
I think it might have been.
Let me have
Like
a
I know
look.
they're trying to still please the older audiences, and it's trying to be a thing, but like, it's gonna get to a point where you're just gonna have to
I don't
stop
think it
doing it.
is. No, it's only on next gen and PC and Xbox Cloud Gaming
Yeah.
and the Switch.
Yep.
Maybe the.
I know. Once you know it's on the Switch, you're like,
You reckon the Switch had an input into that?
it's just fucked. Like if a game's on the Switch, these games are pretty much screwed. I'm sorry, but Switch is fucked. You can't play some of these games on the Switch. I have a fly on my arm.
Unless you're on PC. And then you got the DLSS to smooth things out. So, yeah.
Like, but yeah, it's Xbox's hand trying to still do this whole we were for the gamers or stuff. Yeah, you're for the gamers, but you're same time you're screwing everyone over. Like you just need to just stop, and then to try and be like I said with Slime Rancher for example, being like we're not going to allow it on next gen for you to actually install, but you'll be able to cloud stream. Like who
I
comes up with this?
installed it.
Hey,
I installed it.
yeah, but remember I had a cloud stream it on last gen.
Yeah, but
Like-
that's like Mills. He couldn't on his Series X play Grounded, remember? Because he didn't stream it. But I
That's what I'm saying.
downloaded it.
But it's just like it's just so dumb. Like if you're gonna not allow it to be on last gen, then don't allow it on last gen. Don't be like, oh, we're not allowed to have it on last gen, but we can stream it for you. It's like that makes no logical sense. Like if you're
You're
saying,
not using the hardware though. You're technically just taking it from them to you.
yeah, but like
thing.
it's just stupid. It's just stupid. That's just
Like
like
how Sony does the PS3 emulation. That's pretty much like that.
even then they just have it. Let me install it to my console. Let me install it. Let me
Yeah.
run it off my hardware. Like it's just.
That'd be too easy though.
That's fucking polite.
That's like
Yeah.
with the back compat for PS3, because they're working on a PS3 emulator to run the games on there. I think he's gonna die. That's why he's not moving, like he's not flying.
Is that my
I think he's close to being dead. Like they're working on an emulator, and hopefully we can do what Microsoft did and put in a disc and download the game. Hopefully, that'd be amazing. Because if I got to stream that game or something, if I can download, it'd be fine.
No, it's just
Because here, streaming you can't do. Well, you can, but not games. Like, if I can put a PS3 disc in the PS5, that'd be amazing. Because the whole world can do that.
But anyway, we've been rambling on. I didn't even get into the intro. We've just been rambling for like the last God knows how long now. Well, to get this fucking intro in too. 20 minutes of rambling. We haven't even got into the fucking intro. Let's hold it in. Fucking what's up, beardies and beardettes? Welcome back to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros podcast. I might cut half of that fucking start off because I did get a bit. I don't know. See how I go with the editing. See what happens.
Just keep it in there. Fuck 'em.
Who knows? I don't know how I feel.
Opinions, man. Opinions, man.
It's just I'm for some reason I'm just getting tired with the editing.
We're
because just printing
we're
out
agreeing
the
with a lot of people though. Agreeing with the devs, game, like every fucking thing.
Exactly. Like developers are confused
But
to
don't
why some
accept-
of these things are happening. Like it makes no sense.
Like I'll accept 30 FPS as long as it's good fucking quality.
I
Like.
definitely comes down and shows the generation difference between gamers, almost, because I feel like a lot of the old ones are like, Game Pass is cool, but it makes sense to not have everything on it, and then there's those who are just like, Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I get the economy we're in, it's fucked, but how it used to be was back in the day in the real world.
Manage.
Back in the real world is if you can't afford it, don't get it. Then you can't afford it. Get it.
Or
Work for it. Earn it. Get it. Not just be like, I want it. Oh, I'm gonna get it. It's like, no. What's this mentality nowadays? Like, oh, I need to have it, so it should come to Game Pass because I can't afford it. It should come to Game Pass so then I can play it because I can't afford to buy anything. It's like, well, tough titties. Tough fucking titties. Like,
well, Game Pass 20 years ago when we had PS1s and
like
2s and
exactly.
Xboxes.
We either rented the games out.
I had to wait
or-
till Christmas time to get a game or
Exactly.
something.
You
Birthday,
requested
like
to get it from Santa or for your birthday. Your parents got it for you, and then or you saved up your pennies, or you got Christmas money or birthday monies, and you bought it that way. and it was either on sale or if you really wanted it, you would work hard to fucking get it pre-ordered, and then you'd fucking pay it off, and then because you could get onto pre-orders pretty early. Nowadays, I feel like it's kind of a bit scungy nowadays. Have you noticed like some pre-orders will still come out like a couple of months in advance, but they used to be like at least a year in advance with a lot of the pre-orders. They'd be like, oh, here's this collector's edition.
Oh, like this Stalker one pre-order been out for ages and
And
doesn't
then
come out till April next year.
like Ghostbusters was like only like last month. They're like, hey, by the way, at the end of October, we've got the collector's edition for Ghostbusters. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's only like a month and a half away. I was like, you motherfuckers, what? Like, you couldn't have announced that earlier? So I could have already had
Sorry,
that paid
that
off.
Harry
Like,
Potter collector's edition
like
is garbage.
and then not Ghosts, Goat Simulator 3, like as soon as they announced straight up at the thing, which was like 2 months ago, they're like 2.5 months ago, they're like, oh, collector's edition. It's like, fuck, like,
That's a
where's the
good
window?
time though.
Like, give
It's
it a
only
little more.
$100.
Yeah, it's cheap, but like they used to hype it up so like you get onto it earlier and you'd pay it off.
God of War was pre-order for the last 6 months.
That makes sense. Like,
When did I order? No, July when I ordered mine. July? July, August, September,
They sold it real
October.
quick, though.
That's 3 months ago.
Which again, it doesn't come out to when does it? November, December.
November 9th, which is a Wednesday.
So that's not too bad. 4 months, 5
It's
months.
weird it's a Wednesday it comes out though, like
I know. Usually it's Thursdays. Games
Friday.
used to,
No, it's usually Friday.
a lot of games used to come out Thursday here.
Yeah, now it's Friday because the weekend.
But
But
yeah,
I'm keen to get it in my hands.
No, it's gonna be interesting
Get
to
some
watch.
because the previews have come out now from outlets and that, and it sounds better than 2018. It sounds fucking epic.
Yeah,
I've already got it pinned for Game of the Year, like just from what I've heard.
yeah, it sounds pretty solid.
Like someone said, you watch What Culture, don't you?
Sometimes yeah.
Scott Talford.
Mm.
He said he I think it was him. Was it him? Fuck.
Someone from
Someone-
Watch Culture.
No, I think it was
Which one?
PlayStation Access.
Oh,
Said they
PlayStation.
had tears in the first 10 minutes, like actual
Okay.
tears.
Yeah,
That's how the game just like that's fucked up in
Yeah.
10 minutes. Considering the previous game ended with Thor and Kratos like saying it face to face nearly.
yeah.
I was like, I'm keen. Apparently, what we've seen in the trailers and that is just the first part of the game, like that little part
It's
of the
just
game.
a small cream on the crop kind of thing, the little cream. On
And
the...
that's a big chunk. Apparently, the game's massive.
Yeah,
So, I'm keen.
be interesting.
Couple of weeks.
But yes. No, it's.
I want to hold my Mjolnirs. Both hands. I'm not opening
Just
one.
don't smack yourself in the face.
Oh, like what's his name?
Yeah.
The hot dog guy. I think his name wasn't it? Bruce Campbell's character. But like, I'm so keen. I don't even want to open any of them because I've already got the Discord.
Yeah.
So I was like, yay. But no, I'm still pissed. Warner Brothers and their stupid. I spent nearly $600 on this fucking Gotham Knights.
It doesn't. I personally, looking at it all unboxed and watching people go, I personally don't feel it's worth that $500 price. Was it $500? $600?
$495.
Yeah, I don't feel it's
$495.
worth that. Maybe $350. Personally, like look at going, and that's even with inflation. Going over the old collector's edition, like half the Halo ones, they were only like 200, 250 I paid for those Halo ones with the statues and stuff like that one.
Yeah, well,
there.
the Ragnarok
And
ones
that
are
one there.
less than that Gotham Knights
And this
one.
is 500, and like that's a massive inflation. I'm sorry, but that's a lot inflation.
You know, it's a trend though. That and the Hogwarts Legacy, both Warner Brothers, both $500 fucking dollars.
Yeah, it's way too much.
But that
Way too much.
Hogwarts one is that's worth $100.
Yeah, it's not worth the 500.
That you know how it comes to that book? That's a plastic book with a massive cord out the back to plug in. With a one that you had the one spins on it.
Yeah.
It's that far off the book. You can't even fucking tell. Unless you're sitting right in front of it and it's like that far off the fucking book to spinning. When the thing in the ad had it like this far off.
Yeah, they always say it make it like that, yeah.
and they didn't show you the cord that comes out the back. This humongous white cord.
Yeah, they try to cut it. They Photoshop it out to make it look seamless and all this nice stuff, and then it's the most
Like
dodgiest thing.
and it's a plastic book. Like they could at least,
Done a little bit more with it.
and that's all it comes with. That and the wand.
Hmm.
$500.
Not worth $500, but it's one of those magnetic floaty gizmos which you buy from the cheap. Remember they used to buy them online. You could pay like not even $20 for those things, like the magnetic floaty things. Where it's like, oh, place your ship on here and it levitates off of it. It's magnetic, so it pushes
That was
up.
still
So it
way
floats.
better than that fucking
That's
wand.
saying, and they're only like $20-$30, and they're charging what? An inflation of what? Mostly 400 and 350 just for that. When everything else is in there, it's like the game's most probably 100, and then
So another thing for these collector's editions, got to stop adding digital content. Stop bumping the price up with digital shit.
that's literally is crap. That's not worth it. Because that's what I used to do. I used to do that a lot. Was I would always look at collector's edition because this is when you'd have time to. So they'd always announce them first so you could see them, but they'll never go up for pre-order straight away. But you could see them. And I used to sit there and I used to break down, looking at going, okay, so this is how much the game is. So the game usually is about $80. That's what the game's worth. It comes with an art book. Art book's usually valued at about $40-$50. You'd add that together. You go, okay, DLC, you normally pay for something like that, $20, and you'd add it up and you go, okay, this is what it should be valued at. And then you go, are they giving you a discount or are they inflating it? And that's what I always used to do. It's just me. Like that's like my thing. And I used to just look at that and you'd go, okay, I'm either saving $50. I'll buy it because I'll chuck in like the Game Pass or something silly like that. You know, like the Season Pass. Should I say not Game Pass? It's fucking the word. Or Battle Pass.
You
Or
in
stuff.
fucking Game Pass, bro. I'm
But
done.
it's just that word. It's just fucking pisses me off. It gets stuck.
But
But
yet
like,
we use it, so we're
like,
not bagging it. We're bagging the people who keep saying about it.
but like, yeah. So like, you'd do that. You'd buy. Sometimes it was good because you'd buy a game if you bought the collector's edition. Like, what was it? Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I paid 150 for that. I think it was maybe 200. Was it 250, 200? Which is if you work out the game, I think it was about 200. So I can't remember what I paid for the collector's edition.
It's like the Mirage one. That's pretty cheap.
I
That's
think it was
200 on
200.
two.
So again, 200. The statues normally go for $98 at EB Games. That's full price. So you take out okay, $200.
But between 100 and 150 depends what it is.
But most of those statues, because they come in those boxes, they're about $98.
Yeah,
Like that.
they
Yeah,
do
yeah.
that
So that's normally flat
for
98. So what you do is okay, the collector's edition. So this is an example. The collector's edition is $200, for example. Let's just. I think it might have been cheaper than that, but I'm going with that as an example. Statue is 98, so you take that down. So then you've got 100 left over. The game you'd normally pay $80 for. Okay, then you're getting the season pass with it, which the season pass is normally 60. You go okay, you add that together. That's $240 worth of content.
buy EB game. The game's about $100.
Yeah. So then, even if you go by EB Game Standard, you've just for $200 you've bought the game and the statue, and you've got the season pass for free. That's where you go. Okay, that's a savings because if you were to buy them separately, you'd pay $100 for the
That's
game.
Ubisoft
$100 for
though.
the
They
statue.
do make it reasonable. Everyone
because
else,
that's why-
PlayStation did it with God of War. It's reasonable. It's $200 for the collectors, $300 for the Jotun one, which you get better things like you get that proper like
The
wooden
extra-
dice set.
Yeah,
and
yeah, exactly.
You get the big cloth map and all that. So,
and that's exactly it. Like that's how
but Warner
collector's editions
Brothers,
were. Like you actually pay the extra for those different editions to actually get the extra items, the extra things, like the extra detail and work put into
I
it.
thought the Mjolnir would have been a bit bigger, being the Jotun edition. Like give it a
Still
but-
nice, yeah, but it's
yeah.
everything else extra in it. Not the ham. The hammer's exactly the same. You think they could have like done a gold trim or something, made it look a little bit more unique, like powered up.
give
kind
it some
thing.
of that.
Like
the
so one's like
writing
normal,
made it like
and then one's like glowed up, like it's got the gold, like the edging was gold trimmed or something, so it looked more mighty kind of thing. But it's attention to details, and that's the thing. Like that's what you compare with, and that's what
Not
I
a bad
always do
thing.
when I buy games, especially pre-orders for collector's editions. I look at how much is the game worth standard, what's going to come in it, and is it going to be worth to me? And that's how I see it. So like,
yo, this I'll bring it up. Listen to the because I really want to get that Stalker one on maybe PC instead of Xbox, but I don't know. Because it come to the key for the PC and just use the case on the PS5 version.
yeah,
Steelbook. But let me have a listen to this.
I'm all
where's-
ears.
Stalker gone? Where's Stalker gone? The Ultimate Edition,
Mm-hmm.
509. Oh,
Stalker.
499.95 for Stalker, yeah. Or you get the collector's edition for 249.
Mm-hmm. So there's a
which,
$250 difference.
or let me just bring up what the difference is. And I don't think it's much. I think it's what do we got in here? So you for the collectors, we'll do the collectors first. You got the figurine, steelbook, art book, letter from developers, souvenir permit, patches, a zone map, a poster, sticker pack, keychain, military token, additional store-based quest, single player, some multiplayer, all digital stuff there. Then with the other one, the only difference is pretty much you get a artifact container lamp and a backpack.
Let's have a look.
A backpack and a. I mean, the backpack, it, it's a proper mesh.
Says yeah.
Like it's a proper rucksack, but like an artifact container lamp. But I is it are both of those things worth $250?
So yeah, I'm just having a look on my phone now so I can actually see it. So pre-order bonus for early bird that's exclusive to EB Games. Artifact container lamps. It's like a whole object thing. Prop patches.
Yeah, but like
keychain with
the
Spire
backpack.
starter.
Just take out the artifact container and the backpack. That's the only difference between them.
So you're paying the extra 250 for the bag and the lamp.
Hmm,
That should only be an
that's not
extra 100.
really.
If anything, that should be anywhere from
150 max.
not even that. Because you got to think about that. That's 250. You halve that. Okay, so you take 250. They're basically saying the bag is
Depends what the
$125.
bag's made of. The bag looks pretty fucking good.
They're saying
Like
the bag,
like a proper rucksack.
but they're saying the bag is worth 125. If you were to halve it, they're basically saying the bag's
Mm.
worth 125 and the lamp's
Which
worth
the bag would
125.
be. It's the lamp I got. It'd be a plastic lamp. Like they
Again,
probably just mass manufactured that just to.
it's a bit much. It does seem a bit expensive. I feel like they should have been at least maybe $400 for a push
That's
from
what I mean.
250.
Take out.
It's an extra
Take out
$100.
the.
It's $100 too much. It's $100 way too much.
Should be for both those
400 still
150.
seems
So
a bit much, but 400 feels reasonable if they wanted to upmarket it a little bit. But
make it
500,
350, 400.
500 definitely not 500, not at all.
I
That's
think I'll
the
just
problem.
go for the backpack of that because I don't really need a backpack.
Because like you look at some of the other things, like the Doom, the
crazy,
Doom one, where it's
man.
like the helmet and everything was like $300 for like the Doom helmet and all the shit you came with that. Like
Oh, that fucking
yeah,
Doom Eternal.
yeah. It was like you got
How
the
much was
helmet,
that?
you got the game, and it was like 300, 350 or
That was
something.
like 250. I think.
I think it was 300. It's pretty cheap though. And then there was like the
Let me have a
Fallout
look.
one as well, the Fallout one with the helmet and everything like that. And you look at those
Doom
helmets,
Eternal.
like you look at buying, like I literally like I bought a Halo helmet,
Oops.
$250, at the same price basically as those editions. Then just for a helmet that could have come in a Halo Infinite collector's edition. That should have been $250 altogether.
Yeah, they
Not,
got the collector's edition on Amazon, and that says it's unavailable.
but yeah, I think it was about 300. But that's the
I don't
stupid
think it
part.
was that much.
But that's the stupid part. Like I bought that Halo helmet. I've said it many times before. $250 I paid for that thing. It's not worth it. If it came with the game,
Yeah.
if it came with the collector's edition of the game, which again, the Halo collector's edition, what did I pay? Like $150 for the thing or whatever it was? And it's just a steelbook, a gift card, some crappy EB skin because it was EB exclusive, and that was basically it. Or whatever. Like I don't think it was was it 150 or was it 110? I can't remember
What?
how much, but it was so shit.
Which one?
Halo Infinite's collector's edition. How much was that? Was that 150?
No, that was
Was
probably like
120?
120.
The
I
most
think.
shittiest collector's edition when they could have just done $250 flat and had that come with that helmet would have been great. Even 300 would have been great. But paying 250 just for that helmet on its own was fucking bullshit.
It's all on eBay prices now. I can't get a proper.
They're inflated.
Like, they don't have the price anywhere. But it says roughly 300
How
there,
much is it
so
reselling for? 300.
about 300.
So that means it was about 250 then.
One says 743, but
Maybe
that's
300.
no way. How do they sell them for that?
Most people like to inflate. Look at how much is the posting on some of those? They inflate their
Uh,
posting.
This one. Oh, hang on. Posting. Postage
No
is
inflation,
free.
and it's three. So maybe 250.
743.
Oh, 743. That one's inflated.
Yeah, oh yeah. They
But yeah,
got
it's just.
just the Doom Eternal PS4 for 300.
I was gonna say, speaking of scalpers, I commented on his post too. So you seen The Rock promoting Black Adam?
Yeah, yeah.
So I was watching some of the stuff where he's like going around because he's been promoting it. He's been walking around and it's like, oh, he posted on his Instagram as well. He's like, oh, signing all these things for my lovely fans, and you look, they pan across for him signing stuff, and you see the people in the crowd, and 100%, well, not 100%, but like 90% of the people in that crowd asking for signings were like scalpers. You could tell a scalper from a mile away. Like all the shit they had, they're like, sign this, sign this. It's like all these fucking scalpers these days just trying to get a signature from someone just so they can be like, oh, I've got a signature to try and flip it. It's like, yeah, it's got a signature on it, but unless it's authenticated, for
That's
one,
why Dave
it's shit.
Grohl has refused signatures unless it's for charity.
Which is a bit sad because I would love to have my own personal. You know what I mean? I'm the type. If I'm getting something signed, it's a personal thing. And that's why I like when like you get celebrities when they sign stuff, they like leave messages. That's what I like because
That's
then
why
it's tied to you. Then you can't like no one can steal it because then it's like labeled to you. No one can't steal it to resell it because it's labeled to you. It's like, oh look, it's like, do you want to buy this signed Dave Grohl? Like,
I got that.
yeah, like that. The signatures. You get things because for yourself, like because you want that.
Oh, I didn't get that. My
Got it for you?
step niece got it.
Hmm.
Well, I already had these, but she went and got them signed because they came to the school.
That's cool. See that stuff though.
Yeah,
That's like nice. That's a nice gift. It's a nice gesture. But like I've
look,
got
I'm
like
not gonna
I've met
fucking
like John
sell it though, just
Barrowman.
because people have signed it.
Like we got when we got like the photos with John Barrowman when he came to Supernova those times, and we got photos, and then we went with the photos and we got the photos signed as well. Like it's your own personal thing. Like it'd be a bit weird if someone
they
was to
should
steal
put
it.
two blah and blah.
And that's what I prefer. Like, if I want something signed, I want them to say, like, actually personal interactive message being like, to such and such, thanks for being awesome, or thanks,
Right?
that's what I think in a signature, not just signature, like their signature. Like, that's, like, on art, like, that's, like, on a piece of work, I can understand a signature.
Signature.
But, like, but signing autographs should be a message that then locks it. So if someone wants to resell it, who's going to buy something? Say if it was like a thing from Stanley because of him passing. Like this is just a mirror reference, being like,
Henley.
who's going to buy something that has a pop vinyl that says "To Frank from Stanley"? Like who's going to buy that? No one wants to buy that. Like it says "To Frank." To Frank from Stanley. Like no one's going to buy something like that. Like that's the good thing. Like it stops. It's just weird. I don't. It's just how I see things anyway. But you get my
Yeah,
point.
I just, because of Stan Lee, I googled Jim Lee
Jim Lee. Chumley.
because he does the stuff for Gotham Knights and some
Yeah,
DC statues, and
Right.
he left Marvel back in 1992.
Oh, yep.
So I'm like, but he's Korean. He's not really related. But like, I'm just like, is he related to Jim Lee?
Jim Lee. Just fucking fly.
He's a comic book writer.
Yeah, yeah. They
I
should
was
go
like,
for
I
it.
just had to Google it.
Google it. But yeah, no, it's just
Also, that Stalker Collector's Edition's worth it. That's an extra $150 because the game's $100
yeah.
and the thing's $250.
The statue looked pretty dope.
It
Like
does, doesn't it?
it actually does look pretty cool. I'm kind of like a bit jealous. When does that come out? November was it?
No, April next year.
April next year. Ooh, that's
I
still
think.
available.
Let me have a
Isn't
look.
it? I know the
Yeah.
500 one's still available.
Yeah, I'm not getting that though. Fuck, I'm
No.
not getting paying that for a backpack and a lamp. I'll get that one. Oh, can we please address that as well? Cyberpunk was bad for it. All the little knickknacks you get with it, little fucking pointless things. It's like I want to chuck my boxes out, but where I put the fucking knickknacks?
Well, that's exactly it, because the box had like the thing where you had the sleeve come off of it, and then you had the box, but there was a thing that came off the box, and then you took the thing out of the box, and then another thing came out of the box, and then you got the thing, and then the thing's hidden inside that, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy, like, it's still there.
My Last of Us Part 2 one. Like, I get like the art books and that because I want to get a bookshelf just so I can put all the art books on the
It'd
shelf.
still be me who bought the box that's full of knickknacks. It literally was.
At least you can put the knickknacks from the box in that.
It's the collector's box. I literally bought the collector's
Yeah.
box, which came with a bunch of knickknacks.
Yeah, you can put the other next in that and get rid of the fucking box.
From the hat.
Except the art book and that, because they're massive.
That was like the time when I did that. Like I've still got the socks in packet. I haven't even opened the socks.
You wouldn't know. I mean, you
Like,
probably
literally
will
came
eventually,
with
but
knickknacks. It came with like tags and. I did. I actually bought extra ones of these and put them in here. Like there's bag tags. Tag for
because
the hat.
when
That's
you're
got
getting
tag.
that Cyberpunk box, I'm gonna Google the fucking collect. There was a lot in that box. Cyberpunk 2077 collector's edition. There was like when you open that, it's so daunting because like where
Oh
the fuck
fuck
do you
me!
start?
Here, do you want to do that right now? Just to make reference.
What?
I can do it right now. We'll just do it on the thing. Fuck off, guinea pig.
Yeah, but I look
So like for
fucking
reference,
right
so
at it
here's
as
the
well.
box
Like
here.
there's a
I can't remember if we've done it
fuck
before
ton
on
in
the
there.
podcast, but here's the reference. So here's the
I don't
big
think
ass
we've
box.
done it.
So okay, we'll do it for reference. I can't remember if we've done it. We might have done it before, but for
You
reference,
can still
we
buy
can
it.
actually do it. So it's a big ass box that we still have. Where the fuck are you supposed to keep this thing? Oh yeah, that's right. Right, there's some space behind me in front of my bookshelf, which you can't do. So you got this big ass. I'm gonna have to fucking stand up, aren't I?
Yep.
So we're gonna talk for reference. So first you take the sleeve off, which is a pain in the ass. Trying to take this off. Like there's the other part of the box there. So fuck it, this thing's fucked. This thing's fucked, mate. Why is this so hard?
Should just come off. Just slide it up.
That's what she said. So even
If
then,
you hold it by the handle, it should just come off.
So that's the example. So there's this other box inside this sleeve. There's a sleeve inside a sleeve, which makes no sense. Literally a sleeve inside a sleeve that has this stupid.
But it's not really adding to anything, no. It's just
Ow,
part
my
of it.
foot! I just dropped it on my toes.
It's the stuff inside that you have to find things to put it. Find places to put it.
You gotta like
Like the art book. You had a bookshelf. You can
So,
put the
like, there's
book on a
that,
shelf.
Like, you do that. Then you open that up. Then you've got this fucking box here.
Which
This
is
the
full
shoe
of
box.
things.
And then you open this box up. Which then has...
No, that's the developer thing. You don't want to get rid of that. Jesus.
No. But then you've got that, which has like the bloody case up here. So you got a case there. And then you got fucking... We're doing an unboxing on this fucking podcast. Who thought we'd do an unboxing? Then you got the fucking art book. Which then has more stuff underneath. So you take the art book out. Then you take that out. Which then you open that up and it has more stuff in. Like...
I'm not saying it's a bad thing because this stuff is actually good, but it's the little like when they give you like keychains and badges,
like,
stickers,
cool.
like fuck
they're
off.
actually cool. Like I haven't even taken these out at all. Like
I haven't either. Mine are still just packed up in my box.
like, okay, there's some stickers there.
Also, why'd they give you a case when it's a PC version?
Well, I mean that's it came with a steelbook with this one.
You know, but like
It's
it's
the keychain with
PC.
the
Like,
power on it. I didn't even look at that.
so you get a case and a
Oh, it's
steelbook.
actually the wheels actually spin.
Wait, what?
It's actually like a little Hot Wheels car. The wheels actually roll.
Oh, I had no idea. I don't think.
It's like a little cassette. I haven't even looked at half of these things. Beardy Bros podcast with a Cyberpunk unboxing.
Where's the cassette tape in that? Is that in that collectors or is that the Doom one? Fuck.
And then there's the iron
Patches,
patches, a
the
keychain, some
patches.
pins, and some stickers. But yeah.
I mean, but still, we can do without half, pretty much all of that, really.
I'm gonna take those out.
It's just how to put the price up.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what I'm doing now. Don't have an ADHD moment. Just ignore it. Put it back. Move on. Come back next time.
I'll be criticising the God of War one because there's some things there that are a bit like why they needed.
But yeah, it's just put that back. I'm having an ADHD moment. I was gonna start pulling everything apart. Don't do it.
Yeah, because there's way more other statues under there which you would have taken out. So
Yeah, that's sitting up on the shelf over there.
yeah,
Like
which
some
that was all what's
Cyberpunk
underneath.
stuff. I mean, I love Cyberpunk. I honestly still do. It's a good brand of franchise.
I did.
But it's fucking heavy.
Did you hear that Edge Runner's not getting a season 2?
Oh, isn't it? It's just a one shot.
No. Yep.
Do you know how bad I am with
Yep.
collector's edition stuff, by the way?
Arkham Original. Oh, Origin.
I've still got the fucking box
Fuck.
for the fucking thing.
And what's in that?
Oh
Nothing
fuck!
now?
It smells like mold on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, you might want to chuck that.
Chuck it back on my floor.
Is there anything even in that, though? Like, is it just a box?
I think it's just a box now.
See, don't keep. I chucked my Rage 2 one because that was just an empty box I was keeping. Because it had a statue and a steelbook, which steelbook's in the shelf and my statue's on a shelf as well. So the box was empty, and I was just like, yeah, chuck it.
Yeah, I think I should. It's just Arkham Origins. It's nothing fancy. It's not like it was like a decent. I gotta go.
There's really no fancy boxes. Like, they're just to hold things.
Yeah, so I only got the Cyberpunk one because it keeps shit, and I've still got the Halo ones because they look like crates. So I've kept those.
Yeah.
Or you could be like Barjo, who fucking remember when he opened up his fucking Biomutant fucking case, and he just ripped the thing and he rolled up the case. He just ripped the box and rolled it up and peeled it back. It's still fucking hilarious. Socks.
Right? Yeah.
But anyway,
I've actually got my Biomutant. I want to get rid of that box, but it's holding a map and all sorts. I'm like,
yeah,
fuck.
you got stuff in it.
I need things to art book specifically
Like a
because
shelf
you
for
can't
them to
just
be able
have
to
them
sit on.
lying about.
Because half of these bookshelves don't hold things properly. Like they're cube shelves for stuff to go in, but they don't hold art books because art books are like massive, and it's a real pain in the ass.
Long or tall or
Yeah, and they don't fit. They either stick out or you can't send them upright because they're just too big, and it's like fuck. It's fucked.
you have to get a proper bookshelf for that, not a
But they're just hard trying to get an actual
something
size.
like that. That's a bookshelf as well.
But then it's not either too deep enough, so then you got to have it laying like frontwards so you can see it front on, because it sticks out too far if you put it in.
Oh no, that's fucking big enough.
Deep.
You can fit that fucking Cyberpunk one on there easy.
Is it? That's what I'm saying. Is it deep enough for it to sit in, or is it gonna have to sit?
So with those movies in there, they still got that much room in each the back and the front of them. So you got plenty of room. You got maybe that thick.
Okay, that's pretty good.
So it's pretty fucking good. About 20 centimeters or so.
Yeah,
I don't know.
not bad, not bad.
I don't know.
But I'll say we
Also, get those, my dude. It's fucking cheap.
I know they are not bad.
$120.
I'll say as we are getting closer and closer to fucking Halloween, though. By the way,
Halloween.
second last episode of the October.
Yeah.
We've had 5 episodes this month.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. 1.
Yep, 5 episodes.
2,
This is episode 4 for
3.
October.
No, it's 3. 4.
Now it's 4, so next weekend will be 5.
Yeah. I must fucked up again and counted the same episode twice.
But yeah, so I was like, that's it. I was like, ooh. So who knows what we're gonna have for next week's episode. Anyway, I'm just letting everyone know now. We're gonna have some fun. Hopefully, don't know what's gonna happen.
We're not gonna even be here. Who knows? Might have to take a week off. It's like, yeah, fuck it.
Just take the whole episode off just to fuck with people.
Like, oh yeah, it's Halloween next week. Crickets.
just have it an hour and a half episode long of like crickets chirping. Who knows? But no, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna wear.
We just do this and like we'll get one of them big fucking steins of beer and just sit here and just
Anything? Oh, dude, do we want to do that? Do that just for the live episode? Just sit here and just have our beers and just be like, "How we doing, guys? What's up?" It's pretty cool. And just have our costumes on and just sit here with our drinks. Just
what costumes?
I went to
I got the costume.
Spooky Nights yesterday at SeaWorld. And I didn't know what I was going to wear because it's like it's kind of really casual for me because it's weird. You get to a point when you've worn costumes so much, it's so natural that it becomes reverted, that it becomes so normal to you doing it that you just don't almost do it. Like it's weird. And I was like, I don't know what to wear. I was like, like everything I have is kind of like spooky themed style anyway, so it doesn't really matter whatever I wear.
That. Which is bright as fuck.
Yeah, this is the only time which is bright as fuck because I found it going.
Should have worn that.
And so I kind of dressed up as like a basic Freddy Krueger. So I had my black and red striped shirt, which was for my Freddy Krueger costume. Just some pants, and I used a cowboy hat because I couldn't find my fedora. But it still worked because he kind of has that wide brim hat depending on the version. It's more of fedora, but it still worked. And it's just funny. So there's one, like, I was looking around. One person had a costume on. Well, costume in quotations basically is they had the shirt that said on the shirt was, "This is my Halloween costume." That's what the shirt said. I was like, that's pretty funny. But it was pretty good to see a lot of people dressing up and having fun, which was good. Seeing all the different outfits and stuff, people getting involved. Like, it's getting more entertaining, which was great. He's fixing it. But yeah, no, I did that.
I
And I was
thought
just
it
like
was so
pretty average.
fucking high.
Bit high. But yeah, so I did that because I was like, I was gonna go casual, and then I didn't, and I changed to that, and I wore that, and Jack dressed up as a kid skeleton, and then Max was a little pumpkin. So
Oh,
it
pumpkin.
was pretty fun.
Little pumpkin.
But
Oh,
yeah,
you made the pumpkin.
little
Wait,
pumpkin.
no, you didn't, did you?
A little
Not the
pumpkin.
pumpkins yet.
No, I haven't done pumpkins yet, which I got to buy some this week. I was looking though. People have been saying don't buy pumpkins, do pineapples. And I've been looking at people do pineapple, looking at pineapple carvings, and they look pretty cool. Because you do the same thing.
Yeah,
You
but
claw them out, you cut out the faces, and then they got the pineapple. You can find them with the spiked head still. They look fucking dope. The pineapples with the
you just carved SpongeBob's house.
could do that. Could do that. But no, I was like, there's that. There's like people saying, recycle your old milk cartons, like the plastic milk cartons, and draw faces on them, and then chuck glow sticks into them. Like people are finding new ways of doing stuff instead of just doing pumpkins. I was like, that's kind of cool. I might do
Pumpkins are
assortments.
spooky though.
Well, I might do an assortment of like pumpkins and pineapples and stuff. Just get like random fruit and just carve them out. Like buy a bunch of random
Watermelon.
fruit, well, that's it. Get a watermelon, carve out the eyes and then the mouth, and get like pumpkins and like pineapple. Just get random
I saw. Well,
fruit
talking
and
about
veg.
watermelon. I saw a watermelon pizza.
Watermelon pizza.
They cut the end off and like cut a slice about that thick.
Yeah,
Um, they put it on a hot pan
yeah.
until it seared one side, then seared the other. Then they put some sauce on it, and
Seared the
put some
pineapple.
cheese and pepperoni.
They seared the pineapple.
Then they put it in the oven until it was done
But
or
no,
whatever happened.
does
And
it
then they
pineapple
took
or
it and
watermelon?
cut
Was
it.
it pineapple and say watermelon?
It was water. It
Does
was
it
watermelon.
pineapple? Was it pineapple?
It was watermelon. They got cut that, made a pizza,
Seared-
put some pepperoni.
Seared the watermelon.
cheese.
How the hell? I just wouldn't think they would go right searing a watermelon.
Why not? It's a solid thing.
Yeah, it's really. I mean, it's got a lot more water, like liquid in it compared to pineapple.
Yeah, but still, you seal it. You sear it. Put the cheese, put it in
Glue.
the oven. Bring it out after a while after the cheese is melted
wonder
and
how they
stuff.
would- I wonder
And you
how
just
they go.
cut it and. Apparently, it does work.
Kinda
And it
just
tastes
wanna-
wicked.
I
Like,
kind of just want to see a watermelon and just eat watermelon by itself first, without having the extra toppings on it. See how it goes.
what, just cook watermelon? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's just searing the watermelon. They've added extra things on top of it, but then you can eat pineapple
but there's
cooked
there's
by
sugar
itself.
in that. Like that would like crystallize and
So I'm kind of curious what that would just
yeah,
taste by
crunchy
itself.
watermelon.
That's what I mean. Like, it'd be interesting what just the seared watermelon itself would taste like.
Who would have done that in the like, who even
Did
fucking
someone
discovered
accidentally?
this?
Did someone accidentally just like have pineapple watermelon and drop it onto the thing and cooked it and just be like, oh shit?
Pineapple.
Did someone, what I mean? Like, how do people come up with this? Do they just have the watermelon? They were like doing it and it fell onto the thing. And like, oh crap! And they're like picked up and gone, oh okay. They maybe take a bite out of it to see what it's like. Oh, that kind of tastes like. How do people try these things?
But watermelon pizza is a thing. Apparently, it's good. So-
Actually, this is going a bit away from that, but it's in line with spooky horror, hot for Halloween. I had this brain fart the other day. I was meant to bring it up, but I was talking to
your brain fart.
the missus about it, and you know how in horror movies like The Exorcist and stuff like that, you know how they like. You know how in like all supernatural, the idea being is if you enchant something, it keeps like demons out. Like if you put salt and you do spells, like it keeps demons out.
Like put a ring and
Yeah. So it's like the make it thing, and then there's like the holy water as well. And holy water is like because it's been like a holy like a father or something has put like a blessing on it, so it blesses the water. So that's why it becomes holy water. So I don't know if anyone's ever thought of this before or looked into it, but I was thinking that kind of makes sense when they do exorcisms. Why, like, because when people do like the exorcisms, they do it basically they're reading like a blessing onto the person, and my brain was like that kind of makes sense to a point because your body is like a certain percentage of water. So when you're blessing the person, the demon's burning on the inside because the body's water is now become holy water. So if you're blessing the person in the exorcism,
but it
does that
doesn't
mean
work
they're
like
now
that.
part like their water is now holy water in their body?
I mean, it, yes and no. Like
Like,
fuck.
you know what I mean though? Because you can bless water so it becomes holy water. A
Yeah, but
person's body of has a mass of water.
we're
So
literally
if you
not water on
bless
the inside. Like what?
that's what I mean though. Like if you drank a liter of water, a couple of liters of water beforehand, and someone starts giving you a blessing, does that water now become holy water? So if you were to
What's
pee,
in your stomach? It won't.
so that's what I'm saying. So if it's in your body and they bless you, does that mean that becomes holy water? So when you pee, does that mean you have holy pee?
Like say, take this.
And the demon's like, no, stop peeing at me. Like this is the thought I had the other day, and I was asking her, I'm like questioning with her. I'm like, this is like I don't know why my brain went there, but I'm like, would that make your like holy your body like that's like it was weird. I was like, okay,
I
yeah. And I wanted to ask you, and I forgot about it, and I only just remembered it like just before.
that's about as fucked up as that reel I sent you earlier. Did you watch
Did
that?
you send it on Instagram? I don't think I watched it.
Watch it right now. Like watch it right now. It's only a few
Was it
seconds.
on Instagram? You sent it to me.
Yeah, yeah.
My
It's on
Instagram messages.
Instagram. You need sound as well.
Oh god, so it was to my main account. Yep, 3 messages. It's loading.
Have sound on, and then
Sent me a reel. All right, so it's the old man.
yeah. You
Was
have to
it?
have sound.
Wait. Oh. This is the video I needed today. Oh, I have seen this. He's just sitting on that thing. I have seen that. He's just sitting on it, like balancing on it perfectly. The old man just chilling on the flamingo.
It's fucking so good, isn't it?
It's great.
You just fucking living life.
That's
Like,
it. That's it. Fucking child at heart. That's it.
who would have thought of that? Like, who's recording that for a start?
He's just so like his face is like pure happiness. He's like,
I was expecting it to fall over, like to give way.
the first time I saw it, I was the same. I was like, is this gonna fall?
Like the legs are so thin on that. I was like, that dude's just like full weight, just like.
I felt like if I
Like-
sat on it, it would collapse. Like that's how I'd feel.
Yeah, I think he's a bit smaller though. Like he's like a little old man. But like still like that, you think what's it made from? Like metal?
Yeah.
Like that's ridiculous. I thought someone like dubbed the voice over it. No, he really doing that.
He was loving it. But no, it's just
I saw it. I just shared to a few people and went, "This is fucking great."
right. It's so good.
We need more people like that in the world, man. It's like,
100%.
fuck, just live your fucking life.
But should ask you what other news was there this week? I don't know what happened. You gotta refresh me, man.
3 games came out:
3 games came out.
Plague Tale Requiem, Gotham Knights, and New Tales from the Borderlands.
Yep.
Which apparently is also decent.
Yeah, I've already seen
Like,
people upload full playthroughs of it.
It's an interactive movie like the first one.
Hmm.
Not as good as the original,
9
apparently.
hours
So
long or something like that.
fuck, just like for 9 hours, like just apparently there's no combat. Like it's all QTEs and that. Like
Yeah, because like I said, I've
that's
already
the
seen
other one
full playthroughs.
was
up
nice and
YouTube.
short.
I think it was a 9-hour playthrough. I saw it up on YouTube. There was a whole bunch of them already up there. People have already done full playthrough videos. I'm like, fuck, that only just came out.
I do want to play it.
It just gets it. As I say, that's
You
the
do,
sad
yeah.
part with some of these. It is a little bit sad though. There's some of these
I came out
content
yesterday.
creators that get it. They already have it early, and they've either pre-played it because they're content creators that get to give it early to review and stuff.
Oh, it's
They get it
not a
early.
bad thing.
They do full playthroughs, but then it's kind of sucks. No, this is the thing. It kind of sucks for some of these people that are trying to get into it. So if you're someone that's trying to be a content creator, it does suck a little bit when it goes to go, okay, this game comes out. You don't get a copy compared to people that do. It goes, okay, embargo's dropped because it's now out. Everyone uploads their content, and you're like, I've now got to play the game and try and get to that. And by
Been
the
like
time
that for
you've done
years.
it, I know, and it does suck, but it's like even more now because of how accessible the internet is, and how many people just get given things. It's just like, and it just flushes the market. And then you're like, I'm gonna do this, and by the time you've done it, Everyone's already seen it.
That's why you
Or
do it, but also stand out.
and that's why you got to go that extra mile. But it's just crazy, like how much it gets flooded with content. Like how many people are just like streaming and gaming and content, making game content. It's just like fucking hell. Like everyone's trying to get into it these days, and it's just like
I remember when I first streamed, it was never this flooded. Like back when
no.
I Mixer and that.
Like it's like every second, like it's like every 2 and 3 people is like a streamer, gamer streamer or something. You know what I mean? Like maybe not that
Also, a lot of
ratio.
them quit because it's not what they thought it was.
Yeah, and it's like it's just crazy though. Like everyone's into gaming, everyone wants to get games. People buy things just to get involved, and it's just like fucking wild.
I mean, I get gaming, but you don't have to always stream, like
Yeah,
unless you're doing it for fun, because that's what it is now.
yeah. This is like you got to find your niche. Like I've done it. I still like to stream every now and then, but I find it's not putting the extreme grovel in as you used to, wasting all your time. Like you got to actually manage your time appropriately for what you're doing, not just blindly. Because then because then you can be like some of these streamers that literally get stuck doing it like 12, 18 hours a day, and that's all they do. They just wake up, stream their whole day, and then they sleep. Like then you don't really have much of a life. Like all you're doing is putting all your energy into streaming games. You're sitting there streaming games. What else are you doing? What else are you doing? Nothing. They get all this money, but then they're not having the time to do anything else, and it's just like
That's why I do my Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday. Because you got your fucking 3 days off.
like if I was to add up
Plus
all
I
my
only,
different
only do it at night time, so
like if I was to add up all the different followers I had across all the different platforms, because some people come across, yes, but I would have a couple of thousand followers if I was to grab all my different media outlets, pulled them all together, deducted those that follow me multiple times. You know, there's a couple of thousand people that I would have like in my fan base. Like I would have like three
yeah.
or four thousand, maybe people, 5,000 people
Yeah, but
following
not
me.
everyone's got an Instagram, a Twitter, a Twitch, a YouTube. Like,
Exactly. And then because you have your main one, and then you back up or your secondary one because you're doing different content on that one. So you have that audience for that, which like that, but they don't like that. And then you have then you go, okay, I like that, but then I want to do something else. So you make another one, and then you get new followings for that, and then you have some that do come over because they like that compared to that. And then you have all these followers, they just keep growing, and you have an X amount of number of people, but it's crazy. Like I love making content, so that's why I have so many different fucking outlets for different things. It's just like this is for this, this is for this, this is for this. And it's just like I just like making content, but you got to
right?
balance it all out so you're not, finding the in
Which is
between.
the hard part.
That's like me,
Because people want this, people want that, and they want it at the same time, and
like you find what you're doing because like
like
I
I'm
went
just
out
one man.
like I went out like when I went to SeaWorld for the Spooky Nights, I enjoyed my time there and did stuff, but then also in between I took my Skeletor and He-Man and did my photography I've been doing with that for the Instagram channel. What the fuck was that? Rustling and banging the same
The fly likes you, bro. It's been there for ages.
I know. And like that, so like I used that an opportunity to take a lot of
Your
photos and
friend.
stuff related to that as well because that's for the other Instagram that I've got for that. And it's just making content and doing different things. So like you got to find the balance between what you're doing to make content to promote that to do other things, and it's you get the mix and you start doing it in between everything. So
Eventually, you do get a rhythm that just fucking rolls. It just flows naturally. Then,
like I've been posting like every day on Instagram. Like I've been committing to it with like I said, the backup account, like not the backup, but the other account for the Skeletor thing, and like my account now with the every day of October, where I've been posting like every day a AI generated piece of art every day, which is
right?
like and and that might encourage me because I've been posting that every day and now in a flow. I might start using Instagram more because I've been posting every day. It becomes a thing where okay, I'm on Instagram, I'm making a post.
Yeah,
Instagram making a
but
post.
then when you stop, it's like just crickets,
So it's one of those things.
which
So
sucks.
you have moments where you do stuff for a while and then you do stop. But like that's why like that time when I streamed when I did like the 24-hour stream, I was like for a joke, oh yeah, I'll do a 24-hour stream, and it became 48 hours, and then it became 72 hours because you just keep doing it and you get that much far into it. You go, I don't know where to stop now. Do I stop or do I keep going? Like what do I do?
That's why you do set an end date, like a proper end.
So it's kind of good when you do certain things if you want to get that outreach for social media if you don't use it so often is boost yourself to do things on a day by day to then get you into that rhythm to post more, and then you should be on that track to use it quite frequently.
But still plan longer than a day.
So that's why I'm kind of using that so then I can
plan
start
day by day.
posting more, which I got to start doing now. It's like I'm posting plenty on my account and like my Skeletor account. I just need to start posting more on the Beardy Bros account. So so I got to remind myself to go on there and post
It's
up
a
on
fucking
there.
balance in that because you don't want to put nothing bad on there because it makes the Beat Bros look bad. That's why like the fucking Twitter. I'm like, I can't rant on the Beardy Bros account.
Well, you can to a degree. Like we've said it before. Like
Yeah,
there's
but
things you can
not
rant
what I
about.
do on my account.
Yeah. Eh.
I
I
did that
mean,
once actually. I did
yeah,
I
I've
did a
done it once with
whoopsie,
Beardy
but
Bros, but you post on that and then you said it was gym or something like that. Like that's fine. You can say who it's from. Like if you post or if I post on it or something, or if I give you something
oh
like.
yeah. Mm.
But I mean, it's what are you gonna like? What is gonna be bad? I don't think everything you post we either retweet with the Beardy Bros account anyway, or I retweet your thing
Oh,
anyway. So I've seen you post stuff things
true.
and then
So
retweet it with it anyway. So it's like you're retweeting it back onto the Beardy Bros account anyway because you've gone, oh, this is what I posted. I'll retweet it through Beardy Bros to get more outreach. But then you've still shared it on that page anyway. So people go to the Beardy Bros Twitter, they're gonna see it anyway. So it's
yeah,
like,
true.
so it doesn't really matter too much. But like I said, it's
It's
got to be
sort of
related
fucking balancing act.
on the Beardy Bros Instagram. It's got to be related where it's going to be gaming news, something about the podcast. Like it's got to be that niche thing that's related to it. Like my Instagram is
When it
whatever
can
the
be
fuck I feel
fucking
like it.
anything.
Like see, my Instagram is whatever I feel like it. Whether it's selfies, art, different things. Like just promote like anything. That's what mine is for. But Beardy Bros needs to promote the podcast, talk about news we've either talked about or we haven't been able to talk about, promote things that we're doing. It's like, and that's the tricky part is keeping up with that niche stuff that's related to that. It's like finding news and go, okay, we've seen this news, let's post it, but then it's trying to not post someone else's thing because you might see an article where it's like, oh, this is IGN posted that, but you're gonna go, oh, I'll take their thumbnail and then put it up on Instagram. Like that's a bit fucked.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Exactly. So,
I mean, yeah, no,
oh, there's a bite on
yeah,
my lip.
no.
So yeah.
Um,
So that's the balancing act of like trying to find the right things to post, or making your own articles up to post on it. And
that's why I'm just stuck to posting. Every time I get a new movie, game, collectible, like it just goes up on Instagram.
and that's exactly it. What the fuck?
That's what people love. Is like because I've been doing it. Like,
There's a bite on my leg.
oh, the occasional selfie every now and again.
And that's exactly it. You gotta get the thing. It's fucking flies, man. Bit me on the leg.
Where is it? Oh, sorry. Uncharted out on PC now. Legacy of Thieves.
Oh, the whole thing,
Collection?
the whole doobiehiki. Not bad.
Yeah, the Foreign
Haven't
Lost
just-
Legacy. I'm trying to think of the name.
It's a
Lost
friend.
Legacy.
He's got a friend.
Hey,
He's got a friend. On my shoulder, look.
yeah, two of them.
So saying he's got a friend now. They're gonna start humping.
We were talking about the Silent Hill showcase. There was a few games with Silent Hill 2 remake,
I guess
the
that
movie, Silent Hill F, and Silent Hill Townfall. Just watch the showcases, my dudes.
Oh, they're gonna
There
start
was that
humping.
and the Resident Evil one yesterday.
Yeah, it's pretty
Yesterday.
funny that Resident Evil had theirs on as well.
Not really funny. I like it. That time of year,
Back
October.
to back, basically.
That would have been in conjunction because it would have been a dick move. They did it at the same time.
I know.
But no, they were two different times though. One was 8 a.m., one was 9 a.m. So they would have never have crossed anyway.
What are you doing?
Would have been good on
Flies?
the same day because it would have been
Oh, they're
8
running
a.m. Saw that.
I'm worried about these guys
Kamikaze
over
fly.
here. Everyone just goes.
Kamikaze fly, bro. Looking for the moisture.
Oh, fucking.
Also, if you own Modern Warfare on digital platforms, you can play the campaign right now or from yesterday.
I've seen a lot of people play that as well. They got the.
Or if you
looks like
pre-order.
they got the same as the from the first game, that night mission mode. The night.
Yeah, the first mission is that pretty
Yeah, I
much.
saw that.
It
I was
looked
like, oh,
dope.
so badass. So like, I saw on TikTok this guy posted. He goes, if you speak Israeli or something like Arabic, or was it Arabic or I can't remember.
Arab,
I think it was Arabic. He said,
I
if you
reckon.
speak Arabic, it makes the moments even better because a lot of people are actually speaking Arabic, and it like I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like they've got like they keep it pretty accurate, but like you could understand what was going on because like when he walked into one of the
Because
rooms,
they're talking about it.
yeah, because there was a dude that was going to blow himself up, but if you didn't know, you didn't know it was going to happen. But if you spoke Arabic, you knew he was going to say, I'm gonna kill myself, or something like that. And it's just like, holy
That
shit.
one who was laying on the ground.
Yeah. And he's like got a bomb strapped to him. Spoiler
Yeah, because I
alert.
watched someone, they shot that person. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, but like, lucky they did because he's going to
Yeah.
kill himself anyway.
Because
And
I
the
watched the
character.
So a slight, I guess it could be a slight spoiler for some people. Do apologize. But
You
yeah,
don't
no,
say nothing about the preview. Fuck.
But yeah, so
About the campaign, not the preview,
yeah, so
because that is actual full game.
there's a
Like,
lot.
fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that happen. So like, I don't. That's kind of a slight spoiler. We did is kind of like maybe spoiled the moment for
I
some
only
people.
saw that part and a mission when you're in the water. That's about it.
But they're the shock moments that you don't know, because sometimes you could walk in, not shoot someone, and then like boom, something blows up or something goes chaotic. You know, that was like in the first one when you walked
Hey, at
through,
least I know now.
and you didn't know. You know, they usually think, okay, don't shoot the women and children, just shoot the men.
Oh,
But
that
remember
was
the first one where you
stressful.
go through the house and then you're not too sure if to shoot the woman, but then she runs to the bed and pulls out a gun and shoots you. Like if you didn't shoot her, like
You can only shoot her when she runs for it, not
yeah, because
before.
you don't know if she's gonna shoot you, but then she dies for it, so then you got to shoot her. It's a very stressful moments, but they're like that. Like that's what it's like. They're trying to get the realism because you don't
I
know.
did it on veteran. One
Crazy.
bullet, you're dead. One bullet,
Yep.
they're dead.
Makes sense.
I was like just sneaking around. Bam! Like fuck. The one that hold under the bed is like, hey,
I know.
motherfucker! Like fuck
It's
you.
so stressful, so fucking chaotic. So it's really good to see.
Yeah, because there was a trophy for the platinum and that. Like you had to do that on realistic or veteran or something without getting hit
Yep.
and shooting with one bullet per person.
It's not going crazy far, like being actual.
So if you miss one bullet, you'd restart it.
Fuck. Interesting.
If one person took more than one shot, you had to restart it.
Yep. So you had to
It
get
took me like
shots
an
and stuff.
hour just going through it over and over and over and over.
That's
Because
crazy.
that lady as well, like you only had to shoot her in that little window where she went to run, and then it's like bam.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it just doesn't count.
That's crazy. That's fucking like attention to detail.
I hope there's none of that in the second one.
Oh, there might
But
be.
no, those missions like could be a main thing of that for that game. It was only in there once, wasn't it? That mission there. Oh, and the one in the with the tank gun round. That game was amazing. I'm hoping they take this to fucking 11, like way better than that last one.
Right. It's everyone's saying.
I've
It's been
seen the
pretty good.
face. I've seen the models. Now they look fucking
They
amazing.
are, like people are giving the campaign really good reviews. Like they're really giving that campaign.
Well, they have to because it's Modern Warfare. Like,
Yeah, like it's done really
2019
well.
was amazing.
That's exactly it. Like
Now you got Ghost, Soap, fucking. For some reason, Ghost sounds like fucking Captain Price. Did you notice that?
I didn't pay attention. I haven't
I
looked
think
that
because they're
much into
both British, I reckon. Like, they both sound the same. Like, the same actor or someone doing.
it. Yeah.
I don't know what the hell was going on, but he was legitimately like.
Sounds like he's talking to himself.
Like fucking Price. Yeah. No, they're in two different parts of the world.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think. Right.
No
I don't
crossover.
fucking know because I didn't saw a bit of it. But yeah, had Ghost. He's getting out orders to Soap and all that, and it sounded like Captain Price. I'm like, what is this?
I mean, like sound like he's talking to himself.
It was weird. Like, okay. But yeah, I'm keen. I'll get paid next week, maybe.
Yeah. I don't
Thing
know.
is, about EB, they ship it on the fucking day of release. I'm still waiting
I
for
know.
Gotham Knights. So it's gonna be maybe not as bad for COD because it's only just it's a game. Like, meh. Also, Black Adam sucks. I've said it. The movie's average. That's sad.
You see, a lot of I was gonna say coming back to that. I was gonna mention that earlier. People have been talking about the Rock using the Queen's death as as an advantage to promote the. I've seen a few news articles, people talking it. So there was a few tweets The Rock put out, and it's like it's sad day today that the Queen. But by the way, you should go check out. You should go check out Black Adam in theaters.
I mean, that's not a bad thing, but it's like
He did it a couple of times too. Like
he doesn't need to promote that, man. Fuck,
Like
really.
he was like the Queen would love to have seen the movie and etc etc. And it's
Maybe
just
maybe she would have.
it's just
But
it's just the funnies.
Apparently the movie is bad because he thought of the idea like 15 years ago to do it, and
Yep.
apparently it stuck 15 years ago.
So like it would have been like perfect for then kind of thing, but not now. Like
Well, they gave it a 5, so I was like, it's not bad, it's not good.
it's like the early days of fucking the DC. I want to find these
It's
tweets again if I can find them. But he's just so many.
It's a
tweets.
shame that it's mediocre because there might not be a sequel now.
Yeah, well, they mostly will because it's gonna have the battle with Doobie Hickey,
Doesn't mean shit. Look, I did the fucking Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. I mean, it's The Rock. He's gonna keep promoting the
Doesn't mean
fuck out of it.
shit. The movie fucking flopped.
It's
Well, review wise, I don't know about
yeah.
box office yet because they haven't been released. But
I want to find
a
this
lot of
person.
people are pissed about it. That's what I'm saying. From what I've seen, it's like, yeah, the movie's
That
it got delayed for a reason. It it shouldn't have been made.
shouldn't
At
have been
least
made.
it should have had new ideas.
Something more modern, upkeep.
Like something from 15 years ago. Like fuck.
Where are
I
these?
mean, obviously it would have had when script changes and that, but like it felt predictable and shit. Like, of course it did. They should stop. Everyone should stop these superhero movies. Make them a rare thing again. And we got one like one every few years. Like, should be like that. Like, apparently it's on the level of because I saw a ranking here. Did I take a screenshot of the what was it called? Screenshot. Um, I don't have it. But apparently Warner Brothers wants to make Man of Steel 2. How cool is that? Oh, James Gunn's working on another DC movie after um Peacemaker season 2.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know what the thing was, but there was a list, Rotten Tomatoes or something. I don't know, but it's got 55%, which ain't good. So it is what it is. I'm not surprised. I still want to watch it though. Still want to watch it. Wake up, Daz.
oh, I was just double checking. Okay, apparently it was a joke that is trending again. Apparently, so apparently it actually happened back in September when these posts happened and they were fake back then, and then it's picked up light again and it's been trending again and it's fake still. So it was fake news. But I thought it was funny.
That's why I didn't hear about it.
Yeah, because I saw it
I knew nothing about
a
it.
couple of days ago and people were talking about it again yesterday, the day
Because
before.
September was the Queen was still alive.
Um,
So that would have been weird.
no, when did she? No, she was when did she
She
pass?
passed last month,
Yeah,
August.
September.
No, September.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, and that's when he tweeted was September.
This is August. The fuck. Yeah, I don't think The Rock would be that. He wouldn't even say nothing like that. I don't reckon, especially in a tweet.
Yeah, it was like
It's like the Elon Musk tweets people are making. Like, just
yeah,
stop
it's like
it.
everyone knows Black Adam because this was one of them. It was everyone knows Black Adam was only two weaknesses: lightning and the death of famous monarch. Condolences to the royal family during this difficult time. New Black Adam trailer today at 5 p.m. Like there's all these tweets, but apparently they were fake. I'm seeing now with some
Yeah,
of the fact
he
check.
would never put that.
But I was like,
Jesus.
it feels kind of like it though, but it's been trending, and that's why I was like, I wonder if you've seen it. Rest in peace, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, great woman who sat on the throne as long as anyone in British history. Sad she'll never get to see Black Adam in theaters October 21st. That's what these posts were, and I was like, that's fucking hilarious. If it's real or not, I was like, I wanted to
If
ask.
that was real, that's pretty bad taste, but
I was like,
not
that's
real.
fucking hilarious. Like, what the
Well,
fuck?
that's ridiculous. Whoever made those should be shot. Not shot, but like
Yeah.
they should be. That's fucked up.
It's just like these, yeah. So I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I wanted to know if you heard about it, but I couldn't find the actual
Nope.
source of it, and I was like, I don't even know, but.
I knew nothing about
But
that
yeah, it's been talking about it, and I was like, that's why I was like, this seems
because I
fairly
follow him
legit.
on socials and I see none of. I
That's
saw nothing
why.
of that.
That's why it's like it's always good to have it on hand. So when people talk about stuff, see, this is what happens. People talk about stuff on podcasts and never fully fact check themselves. I wanted to clarify during so that I went and double checked and fact checked while I was talking about it, so people get the right news
Because we've
during it
seen
happening.
hate recently on things.
Hmm. So it's good to be fact checktual. So sexual fact check sexual.
Sexual. Factual. Factual.
So joke's on me in the end, but no. But no, it's just kind of funny. Fat sexual. I know.
Factual.
But anyway, I thought it was pretty funny though. Either way, I thought it was freaking hilarious.
Factual. Ah, that last breath. Fuck. Factual. 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 I'll fuck that up. I'm done. I I've lost all train of thought. Yeah, this is episode 4322. What?
4,322.
Yeah, I did a thing.
And you write it wrong.
Episode 4322.
Oh, because 22nd of the 10th, 2020.
Yeah, because let's just say I put the date in that in, and then I started writing the season right there instead of over here. So like coincided.
Oh my god.
I just looked at it and went 4322. That's not what it is, by the way. Especially if you're listening, because you wouldn't have seen what I just did.
100%. 100%.
What do you got this week, Des?
Uh,
Other than the Rock's fake tweets.
fake tweets that thought that was fucking hilarious if it was real or not. That was fucking cracked me up. I'm trying to double check.
Also, that's that. You're still going to hell for that. Jesus.
Hey?
So people going to hell for that still.
Do I have anything news I came across?
That's why you
No,
can get them earlier, bro.
besides Xbox, I didn't really see much, I don't think, this week.
Oh, you like the thing that I sent you? Remember that fucking Twitter thing?
The which one was it?
That thing I sent you, the not defending Halo, but honestly, can anyone name a single game that Sony has put out in the last decade that has even 3 of the features that is simply expected of a typical Halo game while still being high quality?
It's like, why are you trying to
Campaign,
say
multiplayer, co-op, Forge.
That's what I mean. Like, why are you trying to expect people to bring out games that are like Halo, but then be like first-party PlayStation?
Actually,
like
there is. This is something that no one really knows about. But back in the day, before Halo, Bungie made a game called
what if he knows?
I can't remember what it's called. Hang on, let me just do a bit of googling. Bungie made a game. It looked like Doom. I forgot what it's called. Marathon, yeah. Back in '94. They're bringing that back for PlayStation. I'm like,
pretty cool. It's technically It's still kind of the same as Halo because the things you do is kind of like Halo, but then they rebooted it into Halo.
So like, I am keen because I've never played it.
Because they do have a lot of references from that in
I was
Halo.
2.
Anyway. Yeah.
Of course, I'm not fucking. Of course, I didn't
but I was
play
gonna
it.
say you laughed at the one that I sent you as well. It was that fucking Andrea. It's like.
Oh yeah.
That one I sent you where it's like their tweet was.
That's a dude anyway.
How is it possible? Yeah. How is it possible that an independent studio with limited budget can do better graphics than a fully funded first-party AAA studio with proper engineering, and then they can compare Horizon on PS4 with a next gen fucking indie game, whatever it was. Like, that's 2 different engines. Next gen engine's going to be way more powerful than a last gen engine, for one. And they're trying to compare between PlayStation and Xbox. You're comparing a PS4, like Horizon came out early PS4, so you're trying to compare early PS4 with
current gen
a Series X engine, for one. Like, that's trying to compare that's comparing 2 different things. But then this other person was like comparing in-game model of Eloy on the PS4 from 2017, not Horizon Forbidden West, to a cinematic shot to a next-gen exclusive just because the game is on Game Pass is so petty but very expected from someone like Andrea, which is pretty funny. But then their thing was...
But should have used a Forbidden West and they still lose.
But it was still funny that the person that was defending PlayStation, like calling Andrea out, had their tag name was Nathan Drake, but then they had Master Chief as their profile picture and they're named. Like, I'm confused. I'm confused by this. You're a PlayStation, you're a PlayStation player and you support PlayStation, but then you've got Master Chief in the thing. Like, are you trying to? What are you doing? Like, I'm confused.
You remember that game Oni?
Oni, yeah,
Yeah, that game was made by Bungie and Rockstar.
yeah,
Damn, I didn't.
yeah. I think I got a copy somewhere.
Bungie made a fuck ton of games actually. Now that I'm looking at them,
Yeah, they did a lot.
1997 they made Myth: The Fallen Lords,
Mhm,
which is an RTS, but
mhm,
Minotaur: The Labyrinth in '92,
mhm.
which is weird.
There's a lot of games.
Myth 2, Pathways into Darkness, 1993.
Mhm.
That looks like Doom as well.
Yeah.
Like in the same as Marathon. But imagine Marathon, squad-based shooter. I think it's an extraction one. Like, that's going to be amazing. Especially Bungie's gunplay. Oh, man. Marathon 2? They did a second one? Marathon Infinity after that? What the fuck's this Destiny they freaking made? What the fuck? First person shooter. Oh, it's a trilogy. Marathon was a trilogy and they didn't continue any of it in the last like 20 years. I made Super Marathon, Weekend Warrior, Abuse. Abuse. What the fuck? Abuse is. That made so many genres. This is a side scroller. This is a. What in the fuck, man? That's very good rated too. Developed by Crack.com. Wait, what? Okay, maybe they didn't make that. Unless Crack.com was Bungie, but it's not. But yeah, I'm game for Marathon whenever that gets announced or whatever. The fact that it leaked or something could mean that they've been working for a while on it. Who knows?
I don't know. I don't know.
It'd be pretty cool to get a Halo better Halo thing.
Well, having
on.
Bungie come
I don't know.
back to Halo without having Halo,
Yeah, like,
basically.
or it's an extraction game apparently. So
Mm. And
just
being
their
the fact,
gunplay so good
and
though.
being the fact that technically Bungie was always going to be more open source because they were going to be with Apple, but then Microsoft bought them instead. And
Well, they sided with that with Microsoft. They didn't buy them because otherwise they'd still be there.
they gave them
And
a
then they
nice
would have
amount of
got
package. They paid them nicely to be the launch title for Xbox
yeah.
because it was meant to be a launch title for Apple. For like their first gaming, like big gaming division, it was supposed to be their first title to release because they advertised it at one of the Apple events. If you remember looking back, they advertised Halo, and it was supposed to be their
When you
first.
fucking played Marathon?
Yeah, you can get it on Xbox.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I have it on 360. It was on 360. I bought it like for like
Marathon.
$4 or something a while back.
Xbox. Oh, Marathon 2. That.
That
Yeah, Marathon 2.
you fight the praying mantis looking aliens. It's just like Doom. You run around shooting and punching and stuff like that. It's not bad. It's just like Doom.
All games were back then.
Yeah, all
Wolfenstein,
those
Doom,
shooters.
yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of them.
but yeah, it's not bad.
That's cool. I want to play it on PC. That's messed up. I had no idea. Because I heard about it last night. I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. Marathon. Then I tried gameplay and went, oh, that looks dope. Now I want it. So, if it'll be a sequel or a reboot, I have no idea. No word on it yet. If it's even real or not. So, but being Bungie, it might be real. Considering they said future products. So, that could be one of them. But that's all I've got. I would have
That's
had
it.
more, but
No, it's perfectly fine. We're about at that time anyway. We're at that time again.
by the time I get.
You know what time it is. It's time to spin that wheel of mythicality.
I haven't got one. We need to get one of those. And just whoosh.
I know we should do that. I want to do something like that. I want to do some more Fandangle things where we do things
People's name
to.
on it.
I know. I want to do little games where we can set something up where it's going to be like we don't know. Like we'll have something that someone like you have to pick, and I have to pick something, and we kind of surprise each other with things. But we're like little mini games. I want to do stuff like that. We have like
The Bean Boozled.
like 3 or 4, yeah, like 3 or 4 items, and then you got like you have the thing, and we get the same thing, and you spin a wheel, and then you spin it, and I got to do the thing, and then I'll spin mine, and then you got to do the thing.
You're saying thing too many times. Get the thing, do the thing with that thing. Like what?
I don't know. Well, I don't know what the things are, so I'm just putting with things.
You know, the thing is for the
Could be
things to get
anything.
the things.
But you know what I mean? That'd be cool because then we could just spin it, and you can spin it, and I got to do it, and then I spin it, and you got to do it. So I don't
In
know.
the things.
Could be like we don't know what could be in them. We just get someone to. What you do is you get them, and then we know what's there. Then we kind of mix them up, and then we pick it at random, and then we don't know, or you get someone else to do it for you. Like you buy some stuff, so you kind of know what you're putting in it, but then you get the person to make them up randomly for you, so then you don't know. And then like I'll get Al to do it, and like I'll have them, and I'll put them there, but then I wouldn't know actually what's in them. And then it could land on a 2 or something silly like that. Like, oh, pick the green one, and you open it up, and you're like, oh, what's this? And it's like it's a bad jelly bean or something stupid like that. I don't know.
Rotten egg.
Rotten egg. Wait, that's something I've been talking about it for ages. But we need to get around to doing
get one
it.
of those 100-year fucking duck eggs.
Should we do that? Should we do that for the Halloween one? Do we want to get like bean boozled or something like that?
Week.
Do we want to do bean boozled against each other as well for that? Maybe just some fun stuff for Halloween.
Get a packet of bean birds at each and like.
I'm gonna spin it and
comes
what
up on
lands
the
on
thing.
like you land on the green one and then you gotta eat the green one and then you spin it and be like you gotta eat this one. I'm like I gotta eat that one and
Right.
we should do.
Where do you get them from? Online. That's what I have to do.
Yeah, well, say you got any shops around you that's close or not
Nope.
really? No grocery stores would have them.
Not for bean boozled.
Oh really? They didn't sell
I
jelly
get some
bellies?
online somewhere.
Yeah.
Jelly
By the end of
bellies.
the week.
I mean, maybe next week. So, this week actually. Coming.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Let's see how
Yeah,
it sounds,
maybe.
see if we can get them in time. If not, we'll just do it for after Halloween.
Fuck. My
But
knee
I
locked
can
up.
get stuff like I said when I get paid midweek, I can go to the shops and just buy shit for myself anyway.
Where's that? The surf shop.
I go to the surf shop if I want. Buy
Go to the surf shop. Get a
Get a
surf
skivvy?
board to start. We need to get. Should do our beer reviews though. I don't know.
Beers for next week.
Maybe.
We'll do that. Do you want to do beers for next week as well?
Oh, since my fucking Gotham Knights are now paid.
Yeah. Well, do we
Gotta
want to
be
play that in
careful,
to get
though.
some beers? Because I got to pick up Ghostbusters this week, which should be about $70 for me. Because I got to pay that off. $70. It's gonna be a bit, but I got the money there.
Pretty cheap though. That the collector's one.
Yeah, it was 150. No, it was only 100. No, it was 110.
Yeah, 110.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. That was pretty reasonable. 10 down, and I put 30 down the other day, and that should be 70 left.
Yes.
69 or something like that. I wanted to put a fair chunk like that I could spare down, so I could have not so much this week.
A fair chunk.
But yes, so I know we'll figure it out. You guys can wait and see what we're gonna do. Who knows?
Yeah, because we didn't even know yet.
No, we should. I want to do something.
We could be duping.
I want to do something where we like prank each other or something even too, like spin the wheel.
How
It's
do you
like
prank someone on?
I don't know. We gotta have stuff set up that we kind of know we got, but then we need to do the wheel where we spin it. It could be like cream to the face or fucking scribble on your forehead or something stupid like that. You get a mark and you draw a line or something stupid on their head or something. Penis.
Lie.
Draw
You gotta say something else.
draw a penis on your forehead or something
I
stupid.
got it. Probably
Oh,
not because you stream afterwards. That'd be awkward.
Just do it with a
Go
dick
watch
on
it
your head.
off. It's been permanent.
Put your hand in a mouse trap. Snap! You ever done that? Fucking hurts.
No, I haven't.
Actually, not that bad.
Oh no, it's just a big fucking metal thing going
Yeah, it doesn't hurt that bad.
against wood.
Yeah, but it's wood. That's why it sounds loud, because wood. If you go in sideways, it doesn't actually hurt as bad. Compared
Hey,
to the fingers.
you mean going
Fingers
forward?
hurt, but then that's not too bad as well. The only reason it fucking messes up mouse is because they got like no muscle on there, so they just
Yeah, but-
get squished.
That's what you do. You just go in and put your fingertips in there. Probably break a finger, actually, if you do that.
No, it just hurts.
I can't do that. I need it for guitar. Um, not going
But not,
sideways.
yeah. But you know, something like that. I know.
It's like we got small soldiers. Is it like, what's this? Ah! Mousetrap.
Exactly. They do hurt. I'm
Uh,
not saying it's not going to hurt. It's just, yeah.
Depends. Depends where you do it. Put your friggin' toe in there. Let's go. But before we keep rambling, just because we can. What episode was it? 43. Yeah. Put my book away. What does is taking a nap there. As always, we thank you, Beards and Beardettes, for joining us. Episode 43.
Yes.
We have been Dale and Jim. And we'll catch you guys next week. Bye!
It's a breast of fresh air. It's a fresh of breast air.
Breast air.
I wouldn't mind that. Just have some breasts flying around and you get the air from it.
Oh, yeah.
Fanning you. Just it's not the tinsel titties, it's the whole titties just going like this. Like the person's just standing, they're not even swinging to do this, they're just standing still and their titties are just going well, imagine how weird that would be because they're standing still and the titties are just going propeller blades.
Especially if they're big ones.
That'd be fucking scary.
They wouldn't get very far. There'd be a lot of smacking.
1 hour, 36
Be a lot of
minutes and
smacking.
47 seconds. 50 seconds.